A year ago, we showed you a local girls' home that rescues girls from sex trafficking and exploitation. It's run by a nonprofit organization called the Demand Project.
Now an update about changes happening there and a surprising connection about a similar girls' home on the other side of the world in the Philippines. Tulsa's investigative reporter Janet Clark has the story.
Kids go online with full access to the internet, and it opens the door to what Kristen Weiss calls an epidemic.
With kids being lured and groomed online for the purposes of sexual perversion.
Kristen's the CEO of the Demand Project, Tulsa's nonprofit to stop sex trafficking.
Everybody.
We told you back in January about this sex trafficking summit put on by the Demand Project and the Rotary Club of Tulsa.
Was the child recovered? What is that situation?
Prevention, protection, recovery, and restoration of victims of human trafficking.
A year ago, I talked to Kristen about what sex trafficking looks like here in Tulsa.
Over the past year, what has changed when it comes to trafficking here?
It's only ramped up.
How did we get there?
There's no protection on phones at home. Kids are taking selfies and pictures of themselves and putting it online for people to watch.
Kristen goes to schools and asks kids what kind of access they have to the internet at home.
I say, how many of you have 24/7 access to your phones? Almost everybody raises their hands. How many of you go places on your phone that your parents don't know? Almost everybody raises their hands. How many have relationships with people on your phones that your parents don't know these people? They raise their hands.
Kristen says kids under 18 should not have full access to the World Wide Web.
There's so many catfishes, so many people out there saying there's somebody that they're not, and talking to our children and giving them the attention and sometimes the affirmation that they're looking for. And it's really dangerous. And then they're meeting these people.
That leads to trafficking. The Demand Project rescues those girls ages 11 to 17. They live on this 54-acre campus outside of Tulsa.
It's called Mount Taruka. That's Hebrew for restoration.
Girls live in these homes with a guardian. In their free time, they can get creative and do artwork or crochet, or they can go outside and play sports. They also follow a strict schedule of online school and therapy sessions. Kristen says she wishes they could help more girls.
We can't bring any more kids in. We have a waiting list right now.
One reason, several houses here aren't up and running. They need renovations.
Some amazing people came out and helped to do some remodeling. We're almost ready to open 2 more program houses.
More than anything, the campus needs workers.
We could bring more in right now if we just had the staff. I mean, really, we have 9 billion people on this earth. We just need like 5.
You just have to have the right 5.
You just have to have the right 5.
What does a numbers pyramid represent?
People like Roberta Maxwell.
This was never something I even thought about. I was a high school English teacher for years and years.
Roberta's taught here for 2 years.
Sometimes they're coming to us with different gaps in their education.
Are you finding that a lot of the girls are able to catch up?
Yeah. That's right. The animals that eat the producers, they're much more motivated because they get a lot more one-on-one assistance. They succeed. And so some of them have never succeeded in school before.
What is it like for you when you see breakthroughs for them?
I was crying last week because several of them were preparing little speeches for a youth leadership function. It's just overwhelming when you think about what they've come from and how they can say that they've experienced safety here. It's massive.
I actually met Roberta before now, back in 2020. It was my first trip to this village in the Philippines to help girls rescued from sex trafficking. Roberta and her husband Trevor took care of the girls in the home.
So we met in the Philippines, and then I find out that you're here. Like, of all the places in the world, you know, you're all the way in the Philippines, and then you're here near me. And I just couldn't believe it. How is it that you're all the way there, and then you were all the way here? Like, how did that happen?
God has just put on my heart, you know, that He wants to restore people, and I want to be part of that. And so I was flabbergasted to know that there would be a campus that I could be a part of similar work that I had done in the Philippines. So it was, yeah, it's just remarkable.
When you're in the Philippines helping those girls, and then you come here and help these girls, is it the same? Is it vastly different?
It's both. It's both the same and different. It's different in terms of culturally, the Filipino Asian culture is very respectful. You know, they also hold a lot of their emotions inside. I think Filipinos, because they're more respectful of authority, they might be a little more compliant. American teenagers, I feel, tend to be more independent-minded. But they're also similar in that I believe that there is a deep longing for relationship and connection.
What do you think about when you think about the girls in the Philippines?
I'm going to get emotional because I love those girls so much. We were on lockdown during COVID, and so we did everything together. They became our kids. I love them. I pray for them. I will never forget them.
They miss you too. I mean, they talked about you. They asked about you.
Thank you.
They have not forgotten you.
Roberta says the girls in the Philippines and here in Oklahoma just need a place like this to heal.
Because trauma happens in community, it's best healed in community. And so I believe that through relationship and through connection, that's how these girls are going to find healing. That's how those wounds are going to heal and scar over, and they're going to be able to move on.
Covering news that matters. Janet Clark, Fox 23 News.
If you would like more information about how to help the girls at the campus and the organization, The Demand Project, go to fox23.com. We will post this story in the Investigates section.
Do you have a tip or issue that you think Janet Clark should investigate? Let us know. Email Fox23 Investigates at fox23.com or call 918-388-5354 or search Fox 23 Janet Clark on Facebook.